Hey guys, what is up? The NeoCubist here. Welcome to my unique whole house in Minecraft. I really hope you guys stick around and watch the tutorial. I show you guys how to build it block by block, step by step. I really think it's an awesome build. It's got a really cool interior and a very unique exterior. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, now to start off on your whole house, you're going to need to find the materials from my hotbar below. I'm using gray and brown terracotta here. The first step is going to be choosing one material to build out of. We're going to randomize it in a bit here, but start off with an L shape like this. Once you've done that, go ahead and just follow sort of what I'm doing. It's kind of hard to explain, but all you're doing basically is just adding an outline every single time to the outside of this little hole here. And essentially what we're going to do is make a giant sort of dome sort of shape. Giant sort of dome sort of shape. Yeah, that's very descriptive. See, I'm not even sure what I was doing there. So, you know, even Neo, the Minecraft master, oh, please don't ever call me that, messes up. But, yeah, all we're going to do is just sort of make this shape here. We're just going to outline. I'm not sure why I keep messing up. That's not very hard to do. On this layer here, we're actually going to extend this one off. Then the next layer, we're going to do 3. So we're just going to repeat a layer a little bit more once we get further into it, just so that it looks like it has some depth to it. So we're just going to repeat that, and basically we're just building them one diagonal from the other one, just so that it is it gives the illusion of a 3D sort of hole shape going out and making your home. I really like the way this home is designed. I think it's unique. I haven't really seen anything like this on YouTube thus far. But, you know, this is a fairly new space in YouTube. You know, we may see some more. I'm just kidding. Minecraft's been around forever. So if someone's made this, if someone was going to make this, they probably would have already made it by now. But, you know, I mean, you never know. People can still come up with original ideas like this, even though the game's been out, you know, 8 years. But, hey, you know, who am I to say if it's original or not? I'm not the end-all, be-all. But I think this is a pretty good size for a hole. I'm just going to extend this one more off just like this. So when you look at it from the back, it sort of just looks like a giant, like a hole. I don't really know, like a Hobbit hole or something. I don't know, but it's got a pretty generously sized interior. So it's a pretty good sized interior, which means you can fit lots of goodies in there. But to randomize the color, all I would recommend doing is just going around and just breaking random blocks and making sure you can place them back exactly where they were. There's no really set pattern to this. You just sort of have to go with the flow here and make it as random as you can. I'm not going to show you guys the entire time. Why is this time weird? Time set 8,000. There we go. But I'm not going to go through this with you guys the entire process because it takes a good bit. I wouldn't say it's super hard or anything, but it does take a little bit of time just because you're randomizing things and you have to sort of make human decisions like a computer, and things can get a little bit difficult, but I have full faith in your abilities. I think you guys will be able to complete this, but I'm just going to randomize it as much as I can here, and then just come back on camera and show you guys what I've done. Alright, I think I have completed that sufficiently, and I think it looks quite good, so just anything you do like that is going to look good. So I'm going to grab the materials we're going to need for the inside, and I'll be right back. Now, before we get to the actual inside, I did forget about one important step here. We're going to take some grass just like this, and right in front of your build, you're just going to place it just about right here, and then you don't want to place it on that side, actually, my bad. You're just going to want to do something like that. You're going to want to line the outside of it with some trapdoors here. This is just going to be a little bit of a garden for the entrance of your build, just to add some flair to the outside. So I'm just going to place some random flowers here, and just sort of not really have a pattern, again, just going with that sort of random theme. And just fill the rest in with these. There we go. And now you have a nice little flower bed in front of your base. The next step is going to be taking some fence and let's just place them for right now for just here. I don't know why I'm stuttering like this. Probably haven't made a tutorial in like a week or 4 or 5 days, so I don't know. I'm getting back online, guys. I promise I'll be here this summer. But we're just going to build a little shape, something like that. Now on the entrance, you want to bring it all the way down on one side, and then I would just remove that block, honestly, because it's just going to block your entrance and make it look a little bit cramped. Take a spruce fence gate and just go ahead and place it on the inside of there, and I think that makes this house look awesome. Now spiders could crawl in, so if you wanted to, you could bring this fence one more down. For aesthetic's sake, I'm just going to leave it how it is. I might even do something like that because I think that looks pretty cool. I'm trying to decide if I should put that there or not. It doesn't really impede it. I don't know. I think I'll keep it. As far as the inside of this goes, you could just sort of do the same thing. It's not really that important. Regardless of what you do, I think this build's going to look good. So for now, I'm actually going to grab the real materials for the inside, and I'll be right back. But before I do that, let's not get ahead of ourselves here, guys. We're going to need to light this place up, because if there's no light in here, then you won't be able to see, and not being able to see is problematic in Minecraft, and monsters can spawn, so that's not good. So we'll place a generous amount of torches out here. We might as well place maybe a fence right here, and then just a torch just for the outside of the build. But yeah, I think that looks good. So I'm going to grab the materials for the inside of this and be right back. Now for the floor in here, I want to go for something somewhat unique, since this build sort of has a unique styling. I'm going to do a checkerboard pattern just like this, starting off with placing the block right there. If you guys are curious about this dimension, like how wide this build is, it is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's a 9 block space in between at the bottom of here. So if you guys just want to start out on the 9th block over here, you can. I'm just going to finish that out real quick. And I actually would recommend placing it on this block as well. And then as far as it goes, extending it out, I would extend it out to probably about right here. I think that would only be necessary and a little bit proper. So maybe something like that. Yeah, I think that looks the best. So I'm going to finish this checkerboard pattern on the inside of the build, and I will be right back. Now that looks good. So I've never actually built the interior of this house, fun fact, but I think we could do something pretty cool with it. So starting off, I think we could do some dual beds in here. I definitely think that this house could sustain 3 people. It's quite a large home, so I think that's only fair that we have 2 beds right there. I think this looks good too. Let's go ahead and just place an ender chest in the middle, just so you have access to that. Put some chests here on the sides, and I think that looks good for the bedroom. Now the only thing in this base that's going to be a tad bit tricky is where do we put some crafting tables. So maybe something like that to denominate the bedroom, I think would look good. Now you couldn't do chests right here, they wouldn't be able to open, so I think your only option for chests here is just going to be placing them on the walls. But you know, I don't like that, so I think we're gonna have to go underground here, guys. So we're gonna break down a couple of blocks. I don't think it matters really how deep it goes, and we're just gonna add some chests. So I think we should do something a little bit unique. I'm gonna grab some glowstone so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. Also gonna grab a ladder, and then I think that should be good. We'll just use this color right here just for the underground portion. So we're just going to take this darker brown terracotta, and we're just going to break it down all like this. I'm going to take this glowstone now. I'm just going to place it here so you guys can see temporarily. The chests are going to go in these blocks right here. So we'll just go ahead and get that all prepared. We will take some slabs of cobblestone right here. I don't know why it took me a second to grab that. We'll take those and we will put those right above where the chests are going to go. So just something like that, and then you can just place slabs right there and it should look nice. Now in the corner here, you can take a ladder and just bring it down, and then on a wall that's not the ladder, then you can place your trapdoor. What I mean is if you place it right there, you're gonna have a fun time getting up. I learned that the hard way. You can't really, well, maybe they changed it, I don't know. It's just a habit to place it a little bit offset. Now if you have the materials, I would recommend doing this. If you do not have the materials, obviously do not do this. It's a complete waste of glowstone if you're really, you know, suffering for glowstone. I would build it out something like this. I would also continue the same floor pattern down in here, so we'll grab some brick and we'll grab some of those, and we'll just do a pattern somewhat like we did on the flooring above. And as far as these walls go, I would just replace them with some terracotta as well, and just do that all the way around. That way this building doesn't look weird on the inside. Now we're going to take our chests, and you guys have been waiting for the grand reveal of the chest room. Make sure they open. Perfect. So now we have a pretty decently sized chest room, as well as having a decently sized furnace room. So we can just throw down some furnaces in here. You guys can get crazy down here with the furnaces. And I think that's enough for our purposes here. That's a good amount of furnaces and a good amount of chests. So now you guys don't have to worry about furnaces or chests. So now let's make this interior even better. So I'm thinking something interesting to do here would be to place 2 fence posts like that. And then of course the other material I deleted. We're just gonna put some trapdoors just right here. Now this is just gonna make it look like each bed has a nice little area where it's nice and covered up. And yes, my mouse keeps double clicking, and yes, I would do want to destroy it. We can take this carpet right here, and oh, that's because it's a crafting table. We can just place it randomly on the inside of the build, and I think that'll also add a little bit of texture to the inside. Shout out to Maniac Geek for teaching me that. Really appreciate it, my dude. It's a really nice technique, and I think it makes the floor look awesome. Now, you don't have to randomize it completely, but you can if you'd like, and I think it just makes a build look miles better, just because it's sort of, I don't know, it's a whole nother layer to the build as far as the flooring goes, and it's already a checkerboard, so I think this just makes it look even better. If you don't like it, you don't have to do it, but I think that's good. Let's design some other parts of this build. So I'm thinking for the other part of this build that I'm imagining in my head right now, we're gonna have to break this block, we're gonna have to break this and put just 2 blocks right there. Now from the outside, that change won't be too noticeable. I mean, it's a little different, honestly, but I really don't think it matters. Another thing that I noticed just from looking at it, it does look a little bit funny from this angle, so I think what we could do is maybe make this a little bit better. So we're just going to take some brown clay now, we're just going to randomize it and make it look a little bit different. We're just going to do something right here. I think that looks good. That's just going to make it look a little bit better. It does have a little bit of a layering right there, and I think that looks awesome. Let's get back to the inside of this, and let's design some more things in here, specifically right here. So by the materials in my hotbar, I think you can tell sort of what this is going to be. This is going to be just a little bit of a farm here. Now, we can't have the carpet in those blocks, but that's okay. We can still make it look as random as possible. I would say place a cauldron right here, fill it with a water bucket, and then grab a tripwire hook if you have one. If not, a lever will work. I was about to say lever, then I was like, this is America, alright? We're not saying lever, so I didn't say it. And then just your 2 brewing stands right there, and you have a nice little brewing area. Let's see, maybe some more visible crafting tables would help the build a little bit. Let's put a crafting table right there as well. We're trying to go a little bit funky with this build, not make it too just normal, I guess. I want to make this something unique, and maybe something like this. Hold on, hear me out, guys. I don't know how to make this work. I really don't. Okay, so if I place it right there, will it work? Yeah. Maybe even something like that, guys. I mean, you never know. Just go crazy with the trapdoor. I'm just kidding. That's a little bit silly, but you know, you get the idea. I want this to be a unique build, so I'm going to do my best to make this interior as unique as possible. So, let's think of some other things for the inside. So I'm thinking another thing is right here in this corner, we're just going to have a little exhibition. Not an exhibition, but some paintings. I don't know what the correct word is for that, actually. An exhibition. A painting exhibition. I think I'm using that word wrong. A painting. I don't know. Tell me in the comments what that word is supposed to be, because I don't know. Like a painting showcase. It's a part of a house where you have like a little showcase thing. I don't know what it's called. But I think that's it for the interior of this build. I know it's not as good as it could be, but I really like the interior. Sometimes the simpler it is, the better. We have lots of chest storage, lots of furnaces. We have a nice little brewing area. You could definitely build a farm all around this build, and it would fit right in. There's a plethora of things you guys can do with this, and I really hope you enjoy it. Now, if you do break this block, guys, keep in mind stuff could just walk in. So for aesthetics' sake, you may not want to do that, but I think that looks best for this build. But if you guys enjoyed this and you want to see more, click that subscribe button. You get notified when I upload. I really appreciate all the recent support, and I hope I get a lot of support over this summer, because I'm going to try to upload pretty often, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And I would like to thank you guys again for watching, and if you enjoyed, leave a like. I would really appreciate 1,000 likes in this video. I think that would be awesome for this unique house. Thank you guys so much again for watching a final time, and I will see you guys in the next video. Alright, well, bye, I guess. Or trapdoors. Let's see. If we add trapdoors, I know you thinking, Neo, we don't need trapdoors. But if we add the trapdoors, just think about the possibilities. Does that look better? Yes. Am I going to keep them? Yes. Bye.